Hey, this is Brant with Vintage Statements, and today we've got this old dresser that we're going to bring back to life. So let's get started. Alright, this piece looks pretty rough, but I think it's going to clean up nice with a little sanding, a little paint, a little wax. So we're going to try it out. So first step we're going to do, remove all the drawers, remove all the hardware, and then we'll make sure the subframe's all there, make sure all the tracks are good, make sure everything that needs to be repaired is repaired, and then we can start sanding. Do you want to take it from here, or do you want me to do it? Okay. You're just going to supervise? Alright, it is time to start sanding, my favorite part. But what we're going to do is we're going to sand this whole piece down. Anything that's flat, we'll use our DeWalt sander here, the hand sander with the 120 grit. We may even try, depending on how it sands, we may sand this top down and stain it. Again, depends on how well it sands. I don't want to be spending 4 or 5 hours on this sand. But if it starts coming off nice, we'll get it done. We'll do that, we'll do the drawers, and then we can start vacuuming out, cleaning it up, making sure everything stays is nice and tight. Get this piece as clean as possible for painting. Alright, we sanded and sanded and sanded. This thing was a mess. It took a lot longer and a lot more sanding than I thought, but we did get the top sanded to a point where we can stain it, so that's going to be a really cool look that we're going to go after here with the top. The rest we're going to paint white. Got to go buy some new white paint. The stain that we're going to use today is our dark walnut. Now this has been sitting in my garage for a while, so we made sure we mixed it, make sure we get a lot of that dark walnut to pull up and get on this piece, because I want it as dark as I can, and we'll go from there. Now I got some gloves. I took an old sock, tore it in two. We'll get this one, we'll douse it, and we'll wipe it all on, and then this will be our drying sock, so we'll just go through and make sure we get any excess off of it. So, let's get started. Alright, we are at a point where we can start painting. So I've got my brand new paint and primer by Behr. It's an ultra white. Now here's a little secret about paint a lot of people won't tell you, but I really like, is I add what's called KXL to it. It's just a toner. It makes it so it covers even better. So when you go pick up your paint, ask for them to put KXL in it. It's 2 ounces in this, so it's literally off the shelf white, ultra white, and then I put KXL, which is just more white toner. It helps cover these pieces a lot better. I don't think putting a third coat on is very good. It makes the paint really thick and then globby, and it really shows the imperfections, things like that. So 2 coats max for me, and this really helps, especially with whites. Black, grays, things like that. You don't usually need it as much, but I always put it in So give that a try next time you're trying to paint. A little secret. So I've got my paintbrush. This one I've used for quite a few projects. I take good care of them, so that makes it stick around a little bit longer. They're only about $5, but if you're putting $5 out for every piece that I do, you're gonna lose a lot of money. So we take care of them. After one coat of all the drawers, I'll clean it, and then I'll go for the second coat. Same way with the frame back here. So enough talking, let's get to work. Everything is painted, it's dried. We used 2 coats, covered really nice. So now what we're going to do is we want to give it a nice little farm style look to it. So we're going to try to keep some of the brush strokes in it. We're going to sand just the edges, give it a little bit of a roughed up look. Nothing too serious. So what we're going to do is I've got some old sandpaper, 120 here, that I've used in previous projects. So it's worn down a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. It's not as hard of a scratch mark with the 120. So, just going to go around the edges, hit it up a little bit, give it a little worn in look, more vintage statements. So, kind of fits, right? So, let's get started. Alright, we're at a point where we can start waxing this piece. After we sanded it, we wiped it down, vacuumed it all up, and now we can just put on our mini wax, or our finishing wax here, just the natural. Goes on real nice. We're going to use this one for the top, and then we're going to switch it over just to a white rag to do all the white drawers. It's going to be quick and fast. It's pretty warm out here. Put my glove on, and let's get started. Here it is completed. Our supervisor here has checked it off and approved of it. So, remember how it started looking like? People that gave it to me said, I'm not going to be able to save it. But we sanded the top down, we gave it a dark walnut stain, we cleaned up all the drawers with a nice white, ultra white paint, scuffed it up, gave it a nice wax, and well, look at it. Came back to life. So, if you have a project like this at your house and you think about getting rid of it, maybe something like this, just a quick paint and a nice change of the top will bring it back to life. So if you like this project and many of our others, subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and heck, I could even send this supervisor over to verify and approve your project. You ready?